I'm Louise.
I'm Jimmy.
Hey, my name's Dina.
Eleanor.
My name's Richard.
I'm Carol.
My name's Louise.
I am Hannah.
So I'm Charlotte.
You don't sound sure.
I am Charlotte.
I struggle with anxiety and depression.
So I suffer from depression and anxiety, mainly around social anxiety.
Originally I was diagnosed with bipolar type 2. I've recently been re-diagnosed with EUPD and PTSD.
From the age of 14, I struggled up and down with depression and with self-harm. I've got depression, anxiety.
And I also used to suffer with selective mutism.
And basically he said it was a panic attack.
And those 8 questions were supposed to determine whether I had depression or not.
Mum had made a cake or something, and the one part of me just went, I really want it, and the eating disorder side of it's like, no, you can't have it because it's on certain days, no, and I was like, oh, but I really want it, and I did, and I had it, and I ate it, and this voice, I wasn't thinking anything, but then this voice, and it first time where I thought I'm genuinely crazy because it just went no, and it sounded like me, and it shouted right in there, and I was eating it thinking I might actually genuinely.
I was fortunate that I didn't have the whole, abusive parents or drug or alcohol. I didn't have any of that stuff. But because of that, I believed that I had no right to be depressed or anxious or anything. But my parents just didn't know. So I didn't have a support system there because I didn't let them know that I needed one.
When I was 18, I was raped, and it was 2 weeks after my 18th birthday, and I was very much on my own. I didn't have support from anyone. I did go and seek help, mainly because police guide you in that direction, and that was when the first time in my life I ended up on antidepressant.
And basically he said it was a panic attack. I was like, right, are you sure about that? And I'm like, yeah, everything's come back clear. Do you suffer with anxiety? Not as far as I know. Have you had any past experiences with anxiety or panic attacks? Nope. So I was like, why is this happening? What's caused this?
What I discovered through that was that I am emotionally led. Logic doesn't come into it, rationality doesn't come into it, because I feel 10 times more than people without this condition would feel. The smallest thing can seem like the apocalypse. And this happens pretty much on a daily basis.
Because depression is such a... I don't think you can fit it in a little 8 question box. I think it's such a vast subject.
It wasn't until I was 60 that I realised that the last 60 years of my life were actually not normal, and that was the consequence of my suffering with mental health all my life.
My depression sort of started because I was sexually abused when I was younger, and then when I was 20 the same person tried to do it again, so then that sort of started the spiral off again and made me realise what happened when I was younger, because he confirmed it and sort of tried it again.
One of my first memories of it is standing in queue for McDonald's and crying because I couldn't bear to go up to the counter and just put in my order. The thought of it scared me so much that I stood in the queue just crying for ages until eventually someone pulled me out of the line.
We came to tell you that we're not okay. What can we say? We came to tell you that it's not too late. We can be saved. We came to say that we're alone.
that is the most important thing, is to feel that you are valid, that someone is prepared to listen to you, and they are giving you their time.
Probably the biggest thing I would say is that no one is a burden.
Don't lose hope. For me, and take it day by day.
We've lost empathy, I think, and I think to be a little bit more empathetic, a little bit more understanding, but not empathy to the point where you're giving them the cancer look, which is the, oh yeah, hi, I haven't eaten, so oh my god, I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm still here. I'm not dead. Like, don't pity me.
Be an advocate for other people if you can. Try and make it less of a stigma so that we can all help each other, and that isn't even always possible for everyone, just because it can be so hard and so difficult to talk about it to your closest friend, let alone shout it out to the world.
It shouldn't be a secret. And if you struggle with anything at all, even if it's, me 18 months ago, I struggled with showering. And my friend said to me, whatever you do today, just shower.